Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I wanted to talk about a couple things. Firstly, I wanted to talk about Claressa Shields and her contract that she's been awarded by Dimitri Salita. So, just to give a bit of context on Claressa Shields, two-time Olympic gold medalist, 5 division world champion, regarded as the number one pound for pound female fighter. And she's been rewarded quite well. 2 years, $8 million deal, a minimum of 4 fights, so at least $2 million each fight. That includes a $3 million bonus, and it's considered to be one of the most lucrative deals in women's boxing. During her negotiations, received offers in the region of 1 to 2 million from other promoters. And quite importantly, she described her contract as a turning point after years of underpayment, and I think that sentiment sums up women's boxing at the moment, because for years it was non-existent. There wasn't a lot of eyes on women's boxing as there are now. Nowadays, you've got. I mean, Boxer had an all-female card. I think that was earlier this year at the Royal Albert Hall in London. That was all-female, and then Jake Paul came into the mix and signed up all the top female prospects. Amanda Serrano, Katie Taylor was on the undercard of Jake Paul, Mike Tyson at Madison Square Garden. I think they did that again. This time it was a main event. So there's been a lot of developments in women's boxing, and this is just the cream on the top in terms of the direction it's heading into. And she's projected to earn at least $15 million in earnings through tickets and merchandise, and her aim is to secure a $50 million fight, which is on the same level as a pay scale of an elite male fight. So I think it shows, as mentioned, the way in which women's boxing is headed. And yeah, I think good on her for being able to get into that position, because I mean it's hard enough getting into the sport as a male, in terms of the training camps you have to go through, the sacrifices you have to make, the sort of like promotion. A lot of the fights nowadays, the success is determined by how well you promote yourself. I mean, you just got to look at Jake Paul. The reason why he's in his position, and the reason why he can earn $20-30 million a fight, is because of the way he's promoting it himself, and he can fight journeyman and earn that sort of money. So to be able to be in this position, Claressa Shields, hats off to her. She's worked hard, and she's been able to market herself, and she's very good at what she does. So, yeah, fair play. The next thing I wanted to talk about was Eubank versus Benn. I mean, it's fight week this week, and I just wanted to give my thoughts and opinions on who wins, and also, but before I go into who wins, I want to talk about Conor's change in demeanor. I mean, Conor Benn in the first fight was like a bull in a china shop. He was raging. You only have to look at the press conferences, the weigh-ins, you could see the pure aggression on his face when every time Chris was talking, it seemed like he just riled him up, and that culminated in an egg slap, which just sort of, it sort of angered him even more. But now he looks calm, composed. He looks, in the interviews that I've seen that he gave with TalkSport today, he's just looked calm, composed, ready. Chris Eubank Jr. has not changed. He'll be the same person throughout. I mean, the first fight, he carried the show in the sense that he made the press conference. He made the his egg slap. He made the fight into what it was. And the icing on the cake was his father turning up, which surprised everybody. And just goes to show how important his father is, and how important it is to have a father figure around. So This fight, Chris hasn't changed. He's made accusations towards Matchroom about ambulances, about toenails, about how the world's against him, and he's almost sort of he's made it into this narrative of it's me against the establishment, and he's carried that into fight week, and that's just who he is. And I think there's not been the same buzz as there was the first time round, but then again, I think that is to be expected. I mean, it's quite hard to replicate the father turning up, the egg slap again. But I just hope that this fight is a continuation of where it left off in the 12th round, and I hope that 13th round is as good as that 12th, because they both went out swinging until the final bell. But in terms of my predictions, quickly, I think Chris Eubank takes it. He looks a lot leaner in this camp, and I don't think the weight will be as much of an issue as it was last time round. In saying that, I think Conor's demeanour, you shouldn't read too much into that, because as soon as that bell goes, he'll flip the switch and be a completely different fighter, and he'll come at Chris. So, final predictions, I think Chris Eubank Jr. wins in the later rounds, but I've not predicted anything right, so what do I know? And then finally, TKO released their earnings, Q3 earnings. That were quite interesting. I just wanted to go over briefly. So the revenue dipped by $1.2 billion. The UFC revenue went down by $325 million. It's gone down 8%. But the WWE is that revenue is more than made it up. I mean, just talking about the UFC, the reason why it's lost slightly more than it kind of wanted to. It hosted one less event than last year, had lower revenue from media rights from production because it hosted one less event. There was a decrease in marketing revenue and partnerships. The WWE, on the contrary, hospitality and live event revenue rose significantly. They reduced the number of non-televised televised live events, which allowed them to increase prices and raise demand for global events. I think the WWE have signed a big deal with Saudi Arabia and Riyadh season, so I think there'll be a lot more shows. I think WrestleMania is going to happen in the Middle East as well. And then the TKO boxing model will play a big part in increasing that revenue, because I think they want there's going to be 2 to 4 super events hosted each year, a minimum of $8 to $10 million site fees from Riyadh season, and they're able to earn more than that 8 to 10 million through broadcasting commercial deals. So this is quite lucrative, partnering with Riyadh season for TKO. So I think they're in quite a healthy financial position. I think that's about it. Thank you guys for watching.